Hey guys, welcome to my review of Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling's show that they did on January 4th. A little disclaimer before we start though, I just want to let you guys know that I do not keep up to date very well on this promotion like I do Stardom. I only watch it every now and then. So I'm going to be missing out on a lot of the nuances that you would only pick up on if you were watching every single show. Plus, since the promotion is not subtitled, I cannot follow along with storylines or character developments nearly as well. So, a lot of things in this show either didn't make sense to me or fell flat because I wasn't really able to fully understand them. With that said, let's get to it. I'm doing this for two reasons. I've noticed that some people have wanted me to do some more Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling videos. The only problem is because I don't watch it nearly as much, I don't come up with nearly as many ideas for it. So, the only thing I could really do is a review. And the second reason is I was specifically asked to do a review on this show, since apparently it's supposed to be a big show and everything. So, let's get to it. The first match is a 4 versus 4 match. On one side, we have the Up Up Girls, which are a group of 4 wrestlers who are kind of a idol gimmick. They all debuted together, and from the last time I saw them, they have now changed their names, had new outfits, and a new song. I pretty much enjoyed everything about them, and they're very entertaining. The 4 members are as listed. Raku, who is the cutest one in my opinion. Miyu Watanabe, who is clearly the strongest in the group and the most promising one wrestling-wise. Next is P Pinano. Yeah, P Pinano, who is the most beautiful one in terms of looks. And then, last but not least, and my favorite of the 4, Hikari Nao, who is the hottest one, in my opinion, and the second best wrestler in the group after Miyu. Their opponents were Marika Kobashi, Haruna Neko, Mina Shirakawa, and Pam Harajuku. Out of these 4, 3 of them are relatively new to the promotion. Mina, I do believe, has wrestled throughout the year here, but very irregularly, and only recently has started wrestling more often in the promotion. The other 2 have debuted within the last couple months. Haruna Neko is by far my favorite out of the newest additions lately. They've gotten quite a bit of new people joining the promotion, and out of all of them, she is the one that hits every checkpoint for me. Her wrestling ability is pretty good for a rookie. Her appearance is really awesome. I love the whole cat gimmick thing, and she's really cute. So all of that mixed together, and I believe she could be a main contender one day. I don't know if she's going to be able to reach that status with her current gimmick, but we'll see. There is only one person in this entire match that I actually do not like, and that is Pam. Now, I don't like anything about, well, that's not true. There's one thing I do like about her, but I'm not going to say that yet. I don't like most things about her. I don't like her appearance. I don't find it very good. The way she's made up makes her unattractive. That's not really that important, but it is something that needs to be noted. Her whole gimmick reminds me of that one idol. Let me look it up. And that took longer than I thought it was going to be. Her name is Kyari Pamu. I doubt I'm saying that correctly, but anyway, she reminds me of her in that music video Pan 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 or whatever it's called. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't find it very aesthetically pleasing, I guess I should say. The other thing is she's not a very good wrestler at all. Attribute that to being a rookie, not holding it against her. I'm not trying to be harsh here. I don't hold it against her. She's new to wrestling. It's only fair for her to not be very good. Now, if she's still like that a year from now, then we'll talk. But for now, that's just something that keeps me from enjoying the match with her in it. Third thing I don't like is she has this really stupid shin kick thing that she does where she'll go to act like she's about to hit you, but then like very lightly, and I mean lightly, kick someone in the shin. It's really bad. Now, the one thing I do like about her is her finisher, which is a step up leg drop. And honestly, love it. It's a really great move. She does it really well. I think once she gets, some experience in her and starts winning, it could be a really cool pop-up moment of the match, because kind of like Seth Rollins' curb stomp or blackout or whatever it's called now, it's kind of a out of nowhere move where they're just in a laying down position and then you can do it. It's really cool. I love it. So that is the one redeeming factor of her. The two standout members of this match were Miyu Watanabe and Marika Kobashi. These two absolutely killed it. They were by far the MVPs of this match. They made up for the down bringing that the rookies brought. Not Haruna. I loved her in this. It was really great. But I could be a little biased there. So, in my opinion, this was the best out of the earlier matches. I split the show up into two parts. The beginning part and then the last three matches. The beginning part was kind of boring in my opinion. I actually had to stop watching this halfway through and continue on in another day because it just didn't keep my attention. Now, that is mostly because I didn't know what was going on. I haven't been keeping up with the show, and I didn't know what anybody was saying, so I couldn't really invest myself. Not the fault of the promotion or the match or the shows. That's just me. The match ended with Hikari submitting Palm, which is really awesome. My favorite one in the entire match, pinning my least favorite, or submitting my least favorite. Couldn't end any other way. I give this match, I forgot I wasn't still doing ratings. Like I said, best match out of the beginning. On to the next one. This next match I did not understand at all. It completely lost me from beginning to end and never really became clear what the purpose and or goal was. It was the second Queen of USA match or something like that. It was a fatal three-way. No, that's not what they're called. It was a triple threat. And it had Hyper Masao, Veda Scott, and Yuna Manase. Now, I gotta be honest, one of them's a foreigner I don't know anything about, so it wasn't really hyping me up. And the other two are probably gotta be some of my least favorite people in the promotion. And before you jump down my throat for not liking Hyper, it's mostly because 90% of her gimmick relies on her talking on the mic, and it's very vocal. And because I don't know what she's saying, everything completely goes over my head. And I just don't enjoy hearing someone talk when I don't understand what they're saying. If she was subtitled or something like that, or if I could understand Japanese finally, I probably would really love her, because just from what I can see, she's probably really awesome. All of it falls flat, unfortunately. Which brings me to the match. I didn't quite understand what exactly the purpose was. Apparently you can win by pinfall or submission or dancing with an American flag hat on for a certain amount of time. And while a awesome song, by the way, plays in the background, I'm not really sure. I didn't enjoy the match at all. There were a lot of mess ups in it from the wrestlers. Like I said, some of my least favorite people in the entire promotion were in this match. I gotta say, this one really drained me. I couldn't really get through it very easily. The winner was Veda Scott via dancing. I don't know. Next match. Now, out of the beginning matches from the first part of the show that I talked about earlier, this one was actually the one I was looking forward to the most. Maki Natsumi is in this match, and for those who don't know, she used to wrestle for Stardom a couple years ago. She was pretty good in it. But she left, and I really haven't seen or heard of anything from her since. So I was really looking forward to seeing how well she has progressed. and if she has kind of become a good wrestler or not. And she has. She really surprised me in this match. I was pleasantly surprised. I was happy that she is as good as she is. She did not disappoint, and I am looking forward to seeing more matches of her in Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling because I hear that she is either signed there now or is going to be wrestling there more often now since she left her other promotion. And her partner was a foreigner named Millie McKenzie. I don't know anything about her either. I don't know anything about any of the foreigners in this match or show. So I'm not going to keep saying that after every one of them. Their opponents were Nodoka Tenma and Yuki Aino. I'm a big fan of Nodoka. I did not like her previous gimmick. I know that it was kind of a fan favorite for a lot of people. It didn't really click with me. I thought it was really dumb. It was kind of annoying. And her switch to a more serious, badass type of person, I felt like has really helped her. Not only in being entertaining to watch character-wise, but in the ring, since she's not so limited to being a comedy wrestler anymore. I feel that it was the best thing for her, and I really look forward to anything she's in now because her look is awesome. She looks super cool. If you guys haven't seen it yet, you should definitely look her up. The match ended with Maki pinning Yuki Aino with a bridging German suplex, I believe, which was super cool. It was, like I said, it's a pretty good match, just not as good as the first one, in my opinion. I might be unfairly judging it based on I was kind of emotionally and mentally drained at this point because of how boring the second match was. So watch it. Definitely watch this one and make up your own opinion because I believe it was a very good match. If it wasn't the best out of the beginning ones, it was definitely the second best. Alright, this next match, I didn't even know what was happening until I decided to look up the card while waiting for in-between matches. It is Maiko Satomura, the legend, versus Rika Saiki, the probably legend in like 10 years. Let's be honest. This match was amazing. I mean, you have Maiko, who is god tier in wrestling. She's amazing. She's fluid. She is strong. Her strikes look brutal. She is one of the few women on the planet that I would be seriously intimidated by if they ever got in my face. She is a scary woman. And then you got Rika, who I believe recently became a lot more serious about her wrestling. Not that she wasn't always serious, but I guess she's kind of stepping away from the idol aspects of it as much and trying to focus more on being an actual pro wrestler, which I am all for that because she's already really good in the ring. She has an amazing look. She's really cute. I believe she could very well be, one of the top people talked about in like 5 years. You know how people like Mayu, Io, Kairi, all of them, they're always talked about as being the best in the world. I believe she could be there one day. She has the look, the ability potential, and charisma to really make it work for her. I've noticed that getting a one-on-one match with Maiko is kind of an initiation into being taken seriously in the Joshi world. I mean, if you really look at it, every time Maiko goes to another promotion to wrestle, it's pretty much always a one-on-one, and it's with either their top star or one of their up-and-coming top stars. And I think this is a way to show people that they are ready for main competition. If you can handle yourself in the ring with Maiko Satomura, you deserve to be in the top card. That's just how it is. And I believe Rika really stepped up, and she did not fail. She showed that she deserves to be there. The match ended with Maiko pinning Rika, which should be no surprise to anybody. There are very few people in the Joshi world still in Japan that I would believably be able to see beat Maiko. Alright, the semi-main event. The tag titles match, which I believe they call their tag titles the Princess of Tag Title? Tokyo Princess Tag Titles. Now, from the very limited viewing of this promotion, I never really focused too much on the tag league part of it. It always felt like it was a bunch of just single wrestlers, It never really felt like there ever was a team. The only team I can really think of is the Up Girls, or the Up Girls, or whatever they're called. And even then, they couldn't be holding the belts. They're not even close to good enough. So when I found out that one of the tag title champions was Mizuki, I was actually really surprised to find out that the other person wasn't Maki Ito. I must have missed something going on there. Like I said, I don't watch every show. And her partner is Yuka Sakazaki, and they make up the Magical Sugar Rabbits. This team is actually really great. Yuka is one of my favorites in the promotion. She's top tier in my opinion. If she's not second, she's definitely third. The challengers are Shoko Nakajima and Riho. I love Yuki and Shoko. I feel like they're some of the two best wrestlers in Japan right now. They are so good in the ring. They are very fast, very agile. They have some really cool move sets. I love them. It's unfortunate that they're not actually a team, though. I felt like they would probably be a really great team together. They have very similar appearances. They wrestle very similarly. I guess that's probably why they're not on the same team. I'm not really sure who Rio is. I'd never heard of her before this show. If she was there all along, I must have never noticed her. But she looks way too similar to Mizuki. Is that just me? She looked really similar to her. Throughout the match, I actually got really confused on which time the person in the ring was Mizuki or Riho. It got really confusing for me. They have pretty much the same outfit. They have like the same hair color, and their faces are kind of similar. It's ridiculous. Overall, this show was pretty good. It had some tough shoes to fill, being the second to last match and all. They didn't drop the ball. They put on a really great show, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. It was a breath of fresh air after being so bored with the beginning of the match or the show. It really revitalized me and got me pumped up for the main event. The match ended with Yuka pinning Riho. If you like good tag team action, I highly recommend this match. Now on to the main event, and something that I was looking forward to quite a bit since two of my favorite wrestlers in the promotion are in this one match. It is the title match for the Tokyo Princess of Princess belt, with the belt holder Miyu Yamashita and the challenger Maki Ito. These two are probably the best in the promotion. What Maki Ito lacks in ability, she makes up for in spirit and charisma. And what Miyu lacks in charisma, she more than makes up for in ability. I said this before when I first started watching the promotion, and it's as true today as it was then. Miyu could easily hang with the top people in Stardom. Easily. She could be in the top 3, for sure. She is really good. But let's not forget to give credit to Maki in this match, because she absolutely killed it. She put on a performance of a lifetime. The pure emotion and passion I felt from her in this match was mind-blowing. It got to the point where I was actively cheering for her to win, even though I wanted Miyu to retain her title. Maki has this ability to make it seem like she's fighting for life and death, and that is amazing to me. This match ended with Miyu defending her title once again by pinning Maki Ito. This was by far the best match of the entire show, and probably one of the best matches I've seen in a while. It is really, really amazing. I highly recommend this. If you only watch one match from this entire show, I recommend this one highly. Overall, this entire show was pretty good. I believe a lot of it could have been left off, and it would have been better for the show. But like I said, that's just my own, opinion based on the fact that a lot of the things that were going on probably had build-up that I wasn't aware to, and a lot of the talking segments just fell flat because I didn't completely understand it at all. This show was actually really long, too. It was like 2 or 3 hours. I had to take a break in the middle. The beginning was so boring to me, and it was so long that I just couldn't watch it all in one sitting. I ended up stopping watching it and watching the rest of it another day. just because I didn't want to go back and finish it. I didn't know how amazing the last 3 matches were. If I did, I probably would have stuck through it, but man, that beginning is somewhat of a drag. Either way, the show was pretty great. I'm actually very happy I watched it, and thank you to the person who recommended it to me. I can't think of his name right now, but it was definitely worth the watch. It was really great, and it definitely got me back into Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling a little bit more. I'm not going to watch it as regularly. I've said this before to some people while commenting, responding to people's comments and whatnot, that one, I actually have gotten to the point in learning Japanese that I can regularly understand what things are being said on screen by Japanese people without subtitles, then I will most likely start branching out into other promotions and regularly following them and making videos about them, with Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling being the first promotion I jump into, just because I feel like I kind of owe it, since I feel like I kind of down on it a little bit for things that are outside of its control. And I feel like this promotion could really be awesome if I just understood what was going on all the time. If you don't want to sit through the entire show, and I can only recommend 3 matches for you to watch, then definitely watch the last 3 matches. They are by far the best of the show, and the best of any show, really. They could be thrown into any other show from like Stardom or whatnot, and it would be just as good as the last matches of that promotion. So, highly recommend those ones. The entire show was pretty good. Go watch it. Bye.